Baseball at its best. We'll see the Baltimore Orioles taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers at Dodger Stadium. Only on 2K Sports.
You get a look at baseball's familiar Dodger Stadium, and a great place for baseball. That's where we are today. And a look there at Hanley Ramirez, no doubt getting ready to use that bat. Great to be with you. 2K Sports presents Tuesday afternoon baseball. Now let's take a look at our starting pitcher for Los Angeles. And what is it about this Baltimore lineup that they'll be looking for from him today?
I think, Gary, we're going to look for this lefty to back some of these hitters off the plate to make.
And time for the offensive lineup. Here's a look at what Buck Showalter's done. Scouting pick, John, who are we looking at today?
Well, the guy that came up with about as much fanfare as anyone in recent years, and that's Matt Wieters, a switch hitter, a big, tall guy. Sometimes, Gary, those tall guys take a little longer to figure out their play.
And it's Nick Markakis at the plate. He'll be leading off the game. First pitch coming up.
Fielder, number 21, Nick Markakis.
He delivers. That one swung on, hit in the air to deep right center field. In there, and this is going to be trouble. And he pulls into second base. That will be a double.
Well, it's so important for your team to get guys on base and in scoring position early in the inning. And that's exactly what he did with that double.
RBI chance, J.J. Hardy looking to make contact. Look at the lifetime numbers, 280 against the Dodgers. Here's the pitch. There's contact. He drove it well. Kemp will field. One down. To show you how the Dodgers are lined up around the field. John, who's a factor for them?
Well, you look at hitting production and you see Adrian Gonzalez is one of the tops in all of baseball, but he's one of the best fielders too at his position. A great thrower of the baseball for first baseman. You don't think that's important? Well, watch how many double plays he can turn with grounders hit to him with the runner on first.
So looking to capitalize on this RBI situation. Swung on. That is driven by Jones. He heads. Oh! Markakis headed to third.
Well, he got a pitch he could drive. He just didn't get all of it, but at least able to advance the runner.
RBI opportunity really lost right there, but you still got a chance to get him home. Matt Wieters looking to knock in a run here. That one's drilled to short, and it's good. The O's should score.
Now batting.
Well, you always feel really good when you can drive in a run for your team, but especially in the first inning, it sets the tone for the rest of the game.
And Chris Davis to bat. Offense, when you get it, boy, it doesn't matter what part of the game it is. Now they've got themselves something to build on.
Well, it's a nice job here, jumping out in front early. Getting that production really helps change the strategy of the game, changes the pitches and the at-bats.
And Ethier grabs that one, and the side's retired. Off to a good start here. They put one over in the first. The O's lead it 1-0. And our starting pitcher for Baltimore. So, Steve, what's he going to be conscious of? What's he thinking about as he gets into this Dodger lineup?
A good-looking lefty on the mound right here against the lineup that can put some runs up on the board. So pretty even matchup. So it's going to come down to which side executes better than the other. Oftentimes we say good pitching can beat good hitting.
That's a strike, and it's 0-2. Contact time for Carl Crawford.
Well, he's a very defensive hitter when the count gets to 0-2. So I'm going to try to get him to chase something out of the zone.
Swing and a miss. Strike three. Carl Crawford is gone.
The ability to move your pitches around within the zone, to change a hitter's eye level and keep them off balance are critical to success. Very successful there. 3 pitches and a strikeout.
Here's a chance. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Dodgers. So who are you looking at, John?
Well, to be able to put the fear in the heart of catchers for over a decade, you have to have a special speed, and that's Carl Crawford. Great speed when he gets on base. He turns walks into doubles, singles into doubles, possibly triples, and he can score a lot of runs without your team having to get a hit.
He deals. Swung on and a miss. Strike one, Ellis.
Well, unfortunately, another year and another finish in the bottom of the American League East for the Orioles. Now, the good news is they've got some personnel in place and a core of young players to start to grow and move forward. Hopefully, it will improve.
That one fouled off by Ellis. Well, the Orioles' young prospects, the pitching, of course, is what they're trying to develop. Last year, though, that was a struggle, Steve.
Well, I mean, a struggle is an understatement. The pitching has been the big problem. Worst ERA in the majors, most base runners allowed, most hits given up, and they've got a pretty good offense. They just need some pitching to support it. We got a second now to see the four-seam fastball in K-Camp.
And now we got a chance to take a quick look at how the Orioles will be setting up on defense. Thoughts, John? Anybody standing up?
Adam Jones, a converted infielder, hasn't lost a step. He made that transition to the outfield. Still learning the nuances of playing outfield on an everyday basis in the big leagues, but he's a gifted athlete. Big, strong, athletic, very quick, great throwing arm. Adam Jones has a chance to be one of the top outfielders for a long, long time.
Well, working on the 0-1 count now. Strike two. Gonzalez. He's got to be careful here. Curveball, that tied him up in knots. Swung on and missed. Side retired. No hits, nobody left on, and a good defensive half inning. Orioles still protecting this lead.
For the Baltimore Orioles.
Nothing like it. Dodger Stadium here in Los Angeles. Weather just great. And Reimold's batting. Boy, that one is stung up the middle. In time for the out.
Baltimore Orioles, second baseman, number 3, Ryan Flaherty.
Flaherty in the box now.
Well, the Dodgers last year, 3 games over 500 at Dodger Stadium, but not the typical home field advantage we see them enjoy at Chavez Ravine.
This one swung on and driven hard. And Kemp takes care of that one. 2 away. You know that the dip in the Dodgers' home field advantage partly reflected in the stands, which came first. I don't know, Steve, but there were a lot of empty seats.
It's not a trend I expect to continue, though. They have good, deep pitching. They need to score a few more runs, but that fan base is certainly still there.
Machado is batting. Here's the pitch. Back up the middle. And that's through a base hit.
Well, with that big 2-out hit right there in this inning, you know the managers in there telling him, let's not let him breathe. Let's not let him get that 3rd out. Let's score before this inning's over.
And Chen's in the box. Swung on and fouled away. Here's the pitch. Off-speed pitch is in there, and he falls behind. 0-2. Fastball swung on and missed, and the side's retired. 7 pitches, and it's done. That's how you save your arm and go deep into a game. Orioles 1, the Dodgers nothing. And welcome to those of you just tuning in. 2K Sports, Major League Baseball. This is Gary Thorne along with Steve Phillips and John Crook. And here's Matt Kemp. Fastball swung on and missed. 0-1. Here it comes. And it's 0-2. Kemp will be careful. They'll try and K him.
A lot of times when you try to overswing, a lot of times it slows your bat down. That's what happened here. That's why that 2-seamer got by him.
And Matt Kemp is down swinging.
K-Camp's going to show us a good look at this slider.
Well, sometimes you get fooled so badly, there's just nothing else you can do but hope and pray that you put the ball in play, hopefully foul, to get another pitch to hit.
1 out. Hanley Ramirez is up.
Even with the down year he had last season with a lot of injuries, Hanley Ramirez is still one of the best shortstops in the game. He used to be considered the outright best, but Tulowitzki and Reyes now closing the gap.
Pulls back, and it's a called strike on the inside part of the plate. 0-1. For Hanley Ramirez, he will be recognized as one of the game's outstanding shortstops if he can get that offense going again this year and continue with speed and power.
Well, he has that unique combination of power and speed that has the potential to be a 30-30 player. That certainly would stand out at the shortstop position, but also has the ability to play at third base or center field and still be a major run producer for this team.
Got him there. That was a nice strikeout.
K-Cam shows 85 miles per hour on the velocity and not much movement at all.
Chance here for Andre Ethier with 2 down. That fastball gets by him on the first pitch, 0-1. On the way. That's a strike, and it's 0-2, and Ethier in danger of the cage.
Well, if you've done your homework, you know how you're going to attack this guy. You got to go with the slider here.
Andre Ethier misses, and he's gone. Strike 3. Nobody left on base. No runs or hits here in this half inning. The Dodgers unable to get on the board. And it's Nick Markakis now. Now let's take a moment here to see the breakdown of the pitches that have yielded hits.
This guy's four-seamer's been hit 2 times.
You know, 2 of the 3 hits he's given up here have come off of that pitch. Now it's still early on, only the 3rd. I don't know how much I'd show of that pitch next time through the order, though.
Swing and a miss on the ball that was off the plate. 0-2.
Well, that's some kind of pitch, and you set up the target on the outside corner, and he paints the black with it. Awfully tough when you have that kind of location.
Change up. Thought he had him, but it's 1-2.
Well, that pitch right there, that change-up away, if a guy's looking for it, that's a great pitch to be able to hit the other way with some power.
It's hit foul by Markakis. Good eye by Nick Markakis as he lays off that one, and the count is even. There's a swing and a smash. Kemp will field. No problem for him as he gets that out.
Shortstop, number 2, J.J. Hardy.
And J.J. Hardy digs in. There's 1 down.
Well, after a disappointing 1-year stay in Minnesota, J.J. Hardy really picked it up offensively last year for the Baltimore Orioles, harkening back to his days in Milwaukee.
And it's fouled away. And adding to what we were talking about with J.J. Hardy, the 30 home runs he put up was a career high, and he played a great shortstop.
Boy, guys, when you put a team together to get that kind of production out of a shortstop, boy, that makes general managers very happy.
It is in there. That's a strike 3 call, and J.J. Hardy's gone.
Well, that one's as straight as a string. Just registered 91 on the gun.
With 2 strikes, you got to protect. You can't just look at that pitch go down the middle.
Johnny, he certainly wasn't expecting another fastball there.
Oh, that's the problem. You can adjust to off speed, but if you look for something slow and get a heater, you're done.
And it's Adam Jones in the batter's box. Swing and lined up the middle, and that's a knock for Jones. That'll bring up Matt Wieters.
Well, anytime you can get a guy on base who can steal bases, it puts so much pressure on the opponent. Let's see if they can get him around to score a run.
Singled home a run in his last at bat.
Well, Gary, you can look at it a couple ways. You can say, look, we've got the lead. Let's play for another big hit here.
Here's a swing and a liner to left center. And he gets it down. He's 2 for 2 now. He's still going. He's headed for the plate. And Jones comes in.
You can't really blame the defense right there for him ending up on second base. And sometimes you have to just credit the hustle and aggressiveness of the base runner.
Doubles are always big, Steve. This is how you score runs. You get yourself in the scoring position, and he did it.
Well, you have to think double out of the batter's box. Good coaching on the bases and great effort by the batter. Excellent job.
And Chris, he swings and drives this one. And that will retire the side. Caught by Kemp. So they score once on 2 hits, 1 man left. Baltimore leads it by a couple.
The plate for the Los Angeles
And we've got Cruz batting.
Number 47, Luis Cruz.
There's a swing, and that one's hit on the ground. One away now.
Nice easy ground ball to shortstop, able to get over, make the play. Good strong throw across the infield to get the runner at first.
It's going to be Ellis now. The pitch. Swings on that first pitch. Misses the fastball. 0-1.
You know, checking out the scouting report, it looks to me like he's going to come back with an 0-1 fastball right here.
He's at 0-2. He watched that fastball that was in there.
Look for the pitcher to try to expand the strike zone here. The hitter has to swing at anything close.
Slider swung on and missed. 2 down.
Here's the slider coming right at you in K-Cam. Get a better look at that.
Fantastic piece of pitching to get that out, John.
Well, that's the part of pitching you love. He's looking for a fastball. He's expecting a fastball, and then just drop one right off the table. What a pitch.
And we've got Yu here. This is his first chance at bat. It's strike one. Can't make contact on the fastball. Good hard slider that time. He's in control in the count now. 0-2. Changeup got him, and the side is retired. And a good defensive half inning. 3 up, 3 down. No runs yet for the Dodgers. Due up 6, 7, 8 in the lineup.